As for the NFL and the game we saw last night, no contest. It got close at one point. No contest.
Didn't feel close.
I am, as you know, I'm a Baltophile, a Raveophile. You know,
you've been in on them.
I'm a Lamarophile. I'm
Stan.
I that's what the kids call it, Chris
You're
Brockman?
I'm
a Stan. Okay, I'm a Lamar Stan, and I'm proud to be one.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be one because he is game-changing and he is revolutionary. Yeah. But what he is not is a guy who can clearly come back from a huge hole. There is a formula to beating the Ravens. The Chiefs have uncorked it now 3 times since Lamar Jackson has been the starter. And it is get up on him. Get up on him and pressure him to make throws and pressure the receivers to make catches. 5 drop balls last night by the Ravens. 5 of them. You know? Hollywood Brown had a couple of them. Mark Andrews in the end zone. I mean, it was a quote-unquote tough catch, but a catch that you have to make if you've had 10 touchdowns at the tight end position the year before.
Yeah, dude's one of the best tight ends. You don't see him make that drop that often.
Correct. So the Ravens' formula for success is get up, beat you up with a running attack that you don't know where it's coming from, and then play solid defense because their punter is excellent and their kicker's excellent. Whenever the offense falters, they keep on adding 3 points, and that's how you win games if you're the Baltimore Ravens. And if you lose games, it's because the offense you're going against is so damn good, and they're putting points on the board, and this offense is not a big chunk play. Let's come from 2 scores behind offense in the same way that, say, Dallas's is, or the Seahawks are, or the Falcons clearly can be, and they're winless. I mean, the Bills appear to be a team that can put points on the board pretty damn fast. But the Ravens aren't. And last night kind of proved it. And I'm still waiting for Lamar Jackson to be down 2 scores and say, I got this. I'm going to lead this back. I'm going to start winging it around a lot. My guys are going to start making tons of plays for me, and I'm going to come from 2 scores down, and you watch me, and I'm going to say all these naysayers, go take that where the sun don't shine. But we've yet to see it. And last night, you know what? I said the Ravens were going to win this conference. It's still very early. I did say Mahomes was going to repeat as the MVP.
Looks good.
I don't know how you could. I mean, you could potentially square both circles because the Ravens will win in the playoffs, but not with what I saw last night. They have many weeks clearly to rectify this and have somebody. Could it be Hollywood Brown who takes the top of the defense off and makes plays like Tyreek Hill? Can it be Andrews who can make plays across the middle and down a seam like Kelsey? Can any of these running backs, together? I mean, they do the job when they're ahead. It's just last night you saw, again, why the Chiefs are so amazing. And the reason why is because they've got a terrific offensive line who sets things up for a quarterback who can make plays when anything happens. Name it. Just name it. Name it. You blitz them. You come up with any defense. Name it. Name the defense. He can beat it. Name the moment where things break down. Name the moment where you surprise them pre-snap. Name the moment, and more often than not, this kid, Patrick Mahomes, is going to beat you because he's got the weaponry around him and a brilliant coach and offensive coordinator coming up with one play after another that you don't know what Rose Bowl it's from or what laboratory it's been cooked up from or what playbook it came from Andy Reid back in his Holmgren days or whatever Eric Bieniemy once saw or whatever Mahomes thinks would work best. It's all working. And you add Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or I didn't know, is it Helaire? Because that's the way our friend Steve Levy kept hammering it.
TJ had a great nickname, the Fresh Prince of Helaire.
Well, actually, I think that was Pro Football Focus, if I'm not mistaken. Or unless, did you come up with that?
That was in the group text that I had after doing the preseason.
Long story short, is it definitely puts a crimp in the Fresh Prince of Helaire if he's Helaire. But long story short, whatever you call him. And then defensively, hey, man, Hey, man, that's why they paid Chris Jones. That's why Frank Clark is Frank Clark. That's why Tyrann Mathieu is Tyrann Mathieu. There was one funny moment last night that where Coach Spagnuolo, who's been terrific as the defensive coordinator in Kansas City, they've really come on strong. At one point, he's masked up, and he's so used to covering his mouth when he calls the play with his play sheet. Anytime he was calling the play, you could see his mask move and he's calling the play. He would hold the play sheet in front of us like, hey, look, when you're masked up, this is another reason why coaches should wear the mask, is you don't have to worry about people reading your lips.
True.
It works for player health and safety and to prevent cheating and lip reading. I guess not cheating if you're reading lips. But at any rate, long story short is it's all working for the Chiefs. They are 3-0. I'll always raise my hand and say when I'm wrong. I believed in the Ravens last night. And also, hey, this is why I went higher register on it on Friday when I said, hey, maybe the AFC West isn't all about the Chiefs. Like, that's why I had to go higher register to believe it.
Yeah.
I said that the Chiefs were the only team in the division to win this past week. They have a nice little leg up on the rest of this division right now just through 3 weeks, and they are the class of the AFC. They're the class of the NFL. The way that Mahomes is playing, the way that this defense is playing. I mean, the one thing that they broke down last night that it didn't really work was Butker, who rarely misses kicks.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
I know, it's weird.
2 of the best kickers in the league.
They're
last
amazing.
night.
They're amazing. And through 3 weeks, if you got power rankings, I know you and TJ do it. I don't know how the Chiefs wouldn't be number one unless you put the Seahawks there. But the Chiefs' defense is putting the bang thing on people.